Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are going to do picture graphs, which is Unit 15 in math. Okay. The first question I'm sure everyone has asked is, what is a picture graph? So basically, I've got a definition on the board. Okay. It has two parts. Let's read that. A picture graph is a display of information. It has symbols which represent different amounts. Okay. We will talk about that more in just a minute. So basically what happens is sometimes we have to gather information about something, okay? And then we have to represent it, we have to show it, okay, in a certain way, okay? Graphs make it really easy to understand information collected on a certain topic, okay? We'll see more examples in a minute. Okay, I'm on page number 248, you guys. Okay, it says making picture graphs with scales. Okay, we'll figure out what that word means in just a minute. Okay, Sonia saw 14 fish, 4 water snails, 12 dragonflies, and 6 butterflies when she visited the science garden. Okay, Sonia drew a picture graph as shown below to show the number of these animals. So on one side, you guys, she made the pictures of the animals that she saw, okay? And then what she did to write these pieces of information into the graph, she said each circle stands for one animal. So how many fish did she see, you guys? 14. That means she must have 14 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. 4 water snails. Go ahead, you guys, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Dragonfly. We have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And then she saw 6 butterflies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the picture graph is made correctly. Okay, no problems there. But this little girl, she says, it is not convenient to draw so many circles. You guys, what does the word convenient mean? Convenient means easy. Okay, so it's not really easy. Imagine if she had seen 50 fish, the graph would literally go off the page. Okay, so little guy right here says, can we make a simpler picture graph? Let's see how we can do that. Okay, so on page 249 at the top it says, let us try using one triangle to stand for 2 animals. Now you guys, that word scale right here. Scales are here at the bottom of every graph. Okay? Right here. Okay? Now you guys, a scale tells us how many animals are represented by the shape. Okay, so here it says, let us try using one triangle to stand for 2 animals. Okay, one triangle stands for 2 animals. Yes. How many did we have? How many would we have if we have 14 fish? Okay, so this is what they did. 14 divided by 2. We had a total of 14 fish. Okay, we divided it by 2 because this is our scale, and we got 7. That means 7 triangles stand for 14 fish. Okay, now the next one, you guys, we had 4 water snails. Okay, so if we had 4 water snails and our scale says one triangle represents 2, this is what we're going to do. 4 divided by 2 equals to 2. That means that 2 triangles would represent 4 water snails. Okay, now the dragonfly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have 12 dragonflies. Okay, One triangle represents two of them. Two. Okay, now let's see how many triangles we would need to represent 12 dragonflies. Okay, 12 divided by 2, you guys, I hope everyone remembers it's 6. Okay, so 6 triangles would represent these 12 dragonflies. Now the butterfly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 butterflies, one triangle represents 2. When we divide, we get 3. That means 3 triangles represent 6 butterflies. This is what they've shown us over here, you guys. These were the little workings. When we saw the new graph, it's smaller. See? Smaller. Now, if each triangle stands for 2 animals, you guys, we should be counting by 2's. Now, fish, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and that's how many fish she saw, 14. The water snail, count with me, you guys, counting by 2's, 2, 4, dragonfly, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, butterfly, 2, 4, 6. Now she says it is much simpler to draw this picture graph. So when we decide on something like a scale, you guys, that makes our graphs simpler and even shorter. Okay? Okay, you guys, on page 250, it says, Ahmed collected different types of seashells. The number of each type of seashell collected is shown below. He found 20 conch shells, 8 whelk shells, 16 scallop shells, and 12 cone shells. Okay? Help Ahmed to complete the picture graph. So, conch shell, he is representing them with stars. At the bottom, he's written each star stands for 2 shells. Let's do a little bit of working, you guys, on the board. Okay? Okay, you guys, so I have a little chart on the board that I made, and it says each star stands for 2 shells. Okay? So, if you guys remember, we need to figure out how many stars would represent these shells on our graph. Okay? So, how many conch shells did he find, you guys? 20. Okay? And 1 star stands for 2 shells. So, if we do 20 divided by 2, we should get the number of stars that we need to fill in our graph. What times 2, you guys, equals to 20? You should know, you should remember your 10 times table. Okay, sorry about that. Let's fix it up. 10. So 10 stars, okay, represent the conch shells. Now here we can see he made 10 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? The second one is a whelk shell. 8 he found. 2 is the scale. Okay? 8 divided by 2 equals dash. This third one is a scallop shell. Okay, he found 16. 16 divided by 2 dash. And the last one is cone. And he found 12 cone shells. Okay, come back to the board. 12 divided by 2 equals to dash. Okay, you guys, the little chart that I've made on the board, you can make this on a rough piece of paper, okay, just so that you can figure out how many stars you actually need. So if you've done this, your answer must have been 4, 8, and 6. These numbers represent the stars. Okay? So we need 10 stars, then 4, 8, and 6. So now you guys, what you can do, grab your pencils, okay? We are now going to fill out our picture graph, okay? So whelk shell, we need 4 stars. So come to your page, you guys. Draw me 4 stars right here. For the scallop shell, we found that we needed 8 stars. So right here in the scallop shell, you are going to draw me 8 stars. And the last one, the cone shell, you are going to draw me 6 stars. Okay, please fill that out for me. Now I've drawn 4 stars to represent the whelk shell. Okay, remember everyone, we are counting by 2s. Okay, do the counting with me. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, the last star represents the number right here. Okay, let's do the conch shell together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There you go. Okay, that is a way to check if your graph is correct. Now on page 251, you guys, I would like you guys to try it on your own. The scale tells us each triangle stands for 4 shells. Okay. Now, we're using the same amounts, okay? The same amounts, 20, 8, 16, and 12. But instead of 2, we are now going to divide them by 4, okay? I want you guys to try this. You can make a little chart just like this, okay? And try this on your own. On page 252, you guys, it says at the top, Ronnie and Bert went to the zoo. They each made a picture graph to show the number of each type of animal they saw at the zoo. So here you guys, they saw 30 zebra, 10 leopards, 50 monkeys, 20 giraffes, and 40 penguins. Okay? We can see the names of the animals here, and we can see that they are represented by these stars, but we don't have a scale. Okay, they have not told us what 1 star represents. How many animals does each star stand for? Now we have to figure out the scale that they've used. Now the first one, you guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stars, and we have 30 zebra. Okay, how to figure out what 1 star represents? Those of you who said divide, good job. What we are going to do, 30 divided by 6 equals to dash. Okay, if you guys remember your 5 times table, okay, 30 divided by 6. Think about it for a minute. Those of you who answered 5, you are correct. That means that each star represents 5. Right here, I'm going to write each star represents 5 animals. And how do we know that we're correct? We have to now count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, is that the number that we needed? Yes, it is. Leopards, 10. Okay, and we have 2 stars. Now, if we use the same scale, you guys, each represents 5 animals. Look right here. Count by 5s again. 5, 10. So is it the correct number of stars used to represent the leopards? Yes, it is. Okay. Monkeys, we had 50. Count by 5s with me, you guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yes. Giraffes, we have 20. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Penguin, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so that means that the scale that we figured out was absolutely correct. Okay. Okay, you guys, so on page 253, it says how many animals does each symbol stand for. We're going to use the same numbers as we did on page 252. Okay, same numbers I've written down here. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of working right here. This is where I'd like you to do yours as well. Zebras, leopards, monkeys, giraffes, and penguins. Okay. Now we're going to write the total that we have for every animal. And then we are going to divide it by the symbols that we see. So for zebras, how many symbols? 1, 2, 3. Divided by 3. The leopard will be divided by 1. Monkey will be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Giraffe, 2. And penguin, 4. Okay. Now, we're working on the 10 times table, you guys. We've done this. What times 3 equals 30? 10. What times 1 equals 10? 10. Monkeys, 50 divided by 5, 10, 10. 40 divided by 4. Again, the question is, what times 4 equals 40? 10. That means that every symbol, you guys, is equivalent to 10. Okay, now zebras, if every symbol equals 10, we're counting by tens. 10, 20, 30. And did we have 30 zebras? Yes, we did. Leopards, we only had 10. Monkeys, we have 5 symbols. Count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Giraffes, count by 10, 10, 20. Penguins, 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay, there you go. Okay, you guys, in our workbook, I'm on page 139. The first question says, each circle stands for 5 balloons. Now, you guys, here's our scale. Okay. 1 circle equals to how many balloons, you guys? 5. Okay, this is our scale. There you go. Now it says, draw the correct number of circles to stand for 30 balloons. Okay, now we're gonna have to do a small working. So basically, if we have 30 balloons, okay, we have to divide it by the scale and figure out how many circles we would need to represent 30 balloons. 30 divided by 5, you guys, if you remember your 5 times table, what number times 5 equals 30? 6. Okay, so we need 6 circles. Oh, I'm sorry, that looks like a 6 to you guys, but no. 6 circles, okay, represent 30 balloons. Now we're gonna make a small picture graph. We're going to do that on the workbook. Let me just get my pencil. Okay. So if I have a little graph right here, you guys. Okay. Right here, I'm going to write balloons. Okay. And I have 30. Okay. And we said how many circles do we need? 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if we count by fives, you guys, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So yes, is that the number of balloons that we had? Yes, it is. And the next one, each square stands for 2 Pakistani flags. Draw the correct number of boxes to stand for 10 Pakistani flags. Okay, so here, what did we do, you guys? 30 divided by 5. That got us the number of circles we need. Okay, here we will do, okay, 10 divided by 2. Okay, I'm going to let you guys do this one by yourselves.